Hey there everybody, it's Mark Crilley. I'm back with another video. Back when I was 12 years old, in art class, they assigned us to create our own picture books, and this is the one that I created called The Turtle Without a Shell. And I thought it might be fun to take you through page by page and show you the entire story of this, my first and one and only, really, children's picture book, created, as I said, at the age of 12. And here's the title page, The Turtle Without a Shell. A little hard to read here. I think I might have pressed down a little harder on the pencil, but written and illustrated by markcrilley. It's as if I was already taking myself very seriously. Here we come to the beginning of the story. One quiet day in a pleasant little pond, a tiny little animal named Myrtle popped out of his shell. Now, Myrtle doesn't strike me as a guy's name, but I was very creative. All the other turtles were around, happy to see the clean surroundings. But the strange thing about Myrtle was he didn't have a shell. Now, the thing that strikes me here is that this is done with some sort of a calligraphy pen. I don't remember being super into calligraphy, but I did it for this project. Let's move on to the first illustration. So there'll be like the text, and then it's followed by the page that illustrates what I've written. Watercolor and ink, it looks like here. An actual pen and ink. It looks like a dip pen that I was using. So Myrtle decided to try to find his missing shell. He traveled to many lands. Some places he liked, some he didn't. So it's sort of interesting for me to see my own storytelling instincts, getting this sort of journey underway. This is going to be a journey story. Here's the Campbell's soup can over here. And onwards to his first discovery. One day, Myrtle came to an ocean. There's my illustration of Myrtle reaching the ocean. Added some seagulls, just for authenticity's sake. I can't say that that I'm blown away by this artwork. I got to be honest. At the age of 12, I was doing, I think, better stuff than this, but maybe just because of the time constraints, I was moving as quickly as I could. I'm struck by the lettering, the amount of time in like these introductory letters and stuff. It's sort of interesting to me, and decorative stuff. I was putting so much time into the lettering. He came to an shell and tried it on. There are a few spelling mistakes in this one. So on goes the shell. But it was too heavy. So a little bit of comedy there. And this sets up this sort of like he's going to be trying different shells, and each one seemingly won't work out. So I had a little pattern here that I stuck to. He came to a dock and tried on a lobster shell. So I had to add a sailboat back there just to complete the scene. But the lobster was still in it. Out of here, you! Like little sweat drops popping off of his head. He came to a garbage dump and tried on an eggshell. There it goes. Can you guess? Can you guess what the joke is going to be? Here, Daily News, adding in a little bit of extra detail. What is the problem with putting on the egg? But the egg was still in it. Womp, 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 womp. And pretty impressive that much egg was still remaining inside that shell, and that it waited until after he had put it on before it suddenly poured out. I don't know, but we would have used a special effects team, I think, for that, for the televised version of this one. But finally, one day, Myrtle found a turtle shell. Finally, ta-da! Or should it be, oh, and he found his turtle shell that he'd been waiting for all his life. He tried it on, but though he looked like a turtle, he didn't feel right, ragged. Still working on the spelling, guys. So there you go. Now, you would think that this was the happy ending, and yet something's just not right. Myrtle sadly began to cry. A bird asked, "Why are you crying, crocodile?" Plot twist. "Am I a crocodile?" asked Myrtle. "Of course you are." A little weird to have the illustration follow the writing, but anyway, you get the idea. So many tears flying off of his face, and the bird that flies in to save the day. Myrtle was very happy, and he told everyone in the forest, including a turtle. The end. So there you have it. Now, I think definitely by the end I was getting a little tired of the project. Gotta finish this thing. Okay, I'm done. But there you go, my very first picture book, and as I said, it sort of remains the one and only children's picture book project that I've ever done. I think a lot of people in the comments section are probably going to say, "Hey Mark, why don't you redo this now with your current skill level?" And I'm pretty busy these days with my other published work, but who knows, maybe someday when I get a little extra time, it would be fun to revisit this. Maybe even for just one video, anyway. What if for one video I could return to drawing Myrtle the turtle, maybe redo one of these illustrations? That might be a fun thing to do. Let me know if you'd like me to do that. But in the meantime, I guess it's time for me to close the cover of this book. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with another one real soon. Thank you.